Hi everybody, I am Anne-Emmanuelle. I'm very pleased to be here with you today and present you our work on the two last nesting green sea turtles of Réunion Island as an incentive to mobilize the preservation and advocacy of nesting beaches. So first of all, what's so special about Réunion Island's sea turtle nesting activity? Our French island is a small island located in the southwestern Indian Ocean, around 8,000 kilometers east of Madagascar. In the past, Réunion Island was an important nesting site for green sea turtles before human colonization. Nesting activity has since almost disappeared due to the massive historical hunting and more recently due to rapid coastal development. Even if sightings of foraging juvenile turtles have significantly increased in the coastal waters over the past 3 decades, only 3 sea turtles nests were recorded between 1990 and 2002 on the 39 kilometers of sand beaches in Réunion Island. In the late 90s, a sea turtle farm existed in Réunion Island and was transformed into a protection center named Chelonia. Because of these very rare nesting events, a pilot beach restoration program was launched in 1999 on a beach in front of Chelonia that you can see on the picture, where no sign of turtle nesting activity had been reported for the past 50 years. The program was initiated with Chelonia's own fund. It aimed to restore the back and upper beach vegetation potentially used by females as a cue for nest site selection. Island species were removed and the native vegetation was planted in layers from low to high plants. So you can see an overview of the species we worked with on the right-hand side of the screen. Some nesting events have occurred 5 years later and been encouraging. On the map you can notice Chelonia's location along the western coast of Réunion Island. On this rehabilitated beach, a female identified as Tinet laid its eggs 4 times in 2004 and returned in 2007, but unfortunately we haven't seen Tinet again then. A second identified female named Gabi successfully nested on that site 2 times. And on another unrehabilitated beach, located 20 kilometers north of Chelonia, a nesting activity from a third identified female named Emma was also recorded in 2007. This female successfully nested on the same location every 3 years until 2019. Few other punctual nesting have also been sighted between 2004 and 2006, but the females were not identified. Even if there is no proof of a direct relation between the rehabilitation action and the comeback of these females, the nesting events have been encouraging and inspired other similar actions along the coast. So as a transition, just a quick look at the beach in front of Chelonia. So besides the nesting events, rehabilitation efforts have resulted in a beach more user-friendly and also environmentally healthy. So talking about the method of the program, since 2017, a larger beach rehabilitation program was conducted by CICCIONE with Chelonia. Rehabilitation of nesting beaches has been targeted as a prior action of a national plan for sea turtles. In this context, the Regional Council has been involved as the main funder. This program has covered 4 new sites of the coast, as you can see on the left-hand side map. The actions used by the method implemented during this program have been mostly focused on monitoring of nesting activities, control and removal of alien species and planting of native species, reduction of light pollution, monitoring of beach profile and erosion, and waste collection. The innovative approach of the method has been to integrate the action into a strategy of partnership and participation. A steering committee has been created and gathered most of the stakeholders involved in different fields interacting with the program. Their contribution has created a feeling of empowerment and investment in the program. That was the same with all the field actions that have been organized with the participation of a very various public. In an education and outreach and advocacy perspective, here are some results. So first of all, a new phase has been able to start after 2020. Rehabilitation is a long-term process and needs a continuity of the efforts and so of the new fundings. So after a pilot phase on own funds, followed by a main funder, new complementary funds have been identified, showing the enthusiasm and interest for this program. Second of all, the partner strategy has led to collaboration and has put together efforts and resources of more than 50 different partners to protect the natural local heritage. This is a very important added value of the method to achieve common objectives and to protect the natural local heritage. On the pictures, you have the illustration of an association which works on the professional reintegration and trains maintenance agents for natural areas. So additional funding has been allocated to their team so they can train their agents in maintaining the sites at the same time. These collaborations have also led to an extension of the protocol to 5 other coastal sites by different partners. They added the link with the Turtles beaches as an additional reason to their project which usually has led to a stronger acceptance of their project by the general public. The continuity of an attractive coastline enhances the olfactive footprint of the coast, which seems to be helpful in orienting nesting females near the coast. At last, awareness power has been a huge result of the program. Many tools have been developed: school programs, conferences, a website, planting activities with institutions, general public, and so and so. Information boards on beaches, guides edited for territory managers, and other kind of tools. Indeed, activities proposed were very popular. More than 8,000 volunteers have participated, in which more than 50% were school children. To conclude, Réunion Island has a really breeding population of sea turtles, very small and threatened. Only 2 females, Emma and Gabby, have been recently reported nesting during the program on 2 rehabilitated sites. Both have been laying eggs on 5 occasions instead of 4 in the past. Unfortunately, they have not been sighted since then. But with the rehabilitation program, we cross fingers to welcome new nesting turtles over time and also Emma and Gabby's offspring. Even if these important human and financial resources are deployed for only 2 turtles to date, the turtle acts as an umbrella species in protecting the nesting habitat, but also our coastal ecosystem that is very vulnerable because of our demographic expansion and urbanization. So the involvement of children and the local community has generated a virtuous dynamic that will contribute to sustain the conservation efforts over time. So here are a few take-home messages. So first, never give up on efforts, especially with long-lived species like the sea turtles. The considerable and costly effort deployed can be criticized in a single turtle objective in our case, but are very interesting in a complete habitat and ecosystem perspective in considering the strong awareness-raising power it brings. Also, collaboration and bridges between institutions are a challenge, but full of opportunities, full of effectiveness and interest in the long-term continuity of the efforts. To finish with a few rehabilitated sites illustrations. On the left, with low vegetation planted, and on the right, for example, with massive alien spaces removed and replaced by native plants. Thanks for your attention. I would like to thank my colleagues from CDTM and Chelonia, our founders, and all our partners from Réunion Island that contribute to this program. And please feel free to ask me any question. Thank you very much for your attention.